This is not a film for your casual horror fan. It goes out of its way to upset you. It's abrasive, it's exhausting, and it's repellent. My name's Ricky, I love disturbing movies, and this is Phil Stevens' Flowers. Flowers is a grim, deliberately confrontational underground horror movie. It follows a deeply disturbed man whose inner world is defined by all of the terrible things you can think of. The narrative is loosely and often secondary to this film's experience itself, and it's more like a descent into a really fractured psyche than a traditional story. And rather than being guided through this story, it feels like we've been abandoned inside this fractured mind, and it forces us to sit with, and it shows us things that other films would simply just imply. This movie isn't upsetting because it's graphic, it's upsetting because how graphic it is and how it's presented. The imagery in this film is raw and it's ugly and it's intentionally soulless or joyless. The terrible things we see in this film aren't stylized or sensationalized in any way. Instead, they're cold and they're invasive, and they're stripped of any kind of cinematic comfort. This movie has zero catharsis, it has zero logic, anything that will make us feel comfortable as a viewer, or anything that allows us to distance ourselves from what we're seeing outside of simply turning this film off. And the film's low budget aesthetic actually works in its favor. It's grainy and it's harsh and it's completely unpolished, with a sound design that makes everything feel distorted or amplified. And in many ways it feels almost documentary-like or found footage-like. Like we've stumbled across something we shouldn't be looking at, something we really shouldn't be looking at. But despite all of this, Flowers is an insanely artistic film. And it almost has this like hypnotic rhythm to it. At its core, Flowers is a film about rot. It's about emotional rot or psychological rot and moral rot. The title itself feels ironic, like beauty has been corrupted itself. The film can be read as an examination of unchecked obsession and the way that isolation can twist somebody into something completely unrecognizable. Flowers is not a film for your casual horror viewer, and it's not meant to be. But for viewers interested in the outer limits of horror as an art form, Flowers is a bold and uncompromising statement, and whether you find it either profound or unbearable really depends on your tolerance to discomfort.